What's up, everybody? I am going to be doing another swim bait review on the swim baits that I have actually gotten over the winter and over the summer and stuff that people have sent me, blah, blah, blah. It's mostly custom stuff, pretty much custom stuff. But I'm gonna start off with something that's not custom. I do believe it's a big company, and I got it today through a trade. And I cannot pronounce what it's called. If I hear it, I'll be able to say it. I've heard of it a few times, but this thing, I used this today, freaking awesome. I'll show you the name of it. I'll get up nice and close for you. It's freaking beautiful. Insane. I actually had a couple follows today on it. It was pretty annoying. I asked the girlfriend, I was losing my mind. And that's gonna be the first one. I would highly recommend this one and the smaller one, which I think it comes in like 6.5. I think this one's almost like 8 inches. The second one, let me gather up all this stuff together. Yep, okay. So these are DS Customs, which is Donald Sanders out of California. Awesome builder, awesome customer service. And this is what he's made me. This is a sinking swim bait. I've swam it, didn't catch anything on it. For anything that's like sinking, this is kind of like a moderate to fast sinker. I prefer to be it on a boat, which I did actually go out on a boat with my buddy Vinny using this. Just a shitty day. After I left, he ended up getting like a 6-pounder, of course. But this thing, the action on this thing is insane, and the twitch is what's most impressive. The swim on it, awesome at every type of reeling speed, but the twitch, it's like almost at the point of doing like a 360 when you twitch it. So this thing, sinking from DS Customs, awesome. Highly recommend. And then this, it's its brother. This is the perch, same thing as that, but this one is floating. Same movement, doesn't matter what retrieve you're at, the thing will move to full potential, and the twitch on this thing is deadly too. And then this is an older model of some stuff from DS Customs, is his rat. I had 2 of them. One was like, I do believe one was painted as like a chipmunk. I ended up giving it to one of my buddies, but I kept the zombie rat. Zombie rat's pretty cool. I was throwing it around today. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't use it a lot because he doesn't make them anymore, but yeah, pretty much. And then the second company I'm gonna talk about today is Limit Lures. And I know you guys know about Limit Lures if you watch my channel, but he is coming up with new stuff all the freaking time. Unfortunately, right now, Chandler of Limit Lures is stuck at Florida's airport, and he's gonna be there for the next couple of days because I don't know, bad weather, craziness in Dallas. He can't get home. Kind of sucks, but at least he's not in Dallas. So gotta look at the bright side of things. But I'm gonna get it started with. Oh, here they are. So I do believe I showed you these guys before. Are his gliders. Now I've actually been using these in saltwater and freshwater. I've caught a few fish. My buddy Vinny, he just caught a smallmouth bass on the miniature version of one of these. These things, the glide on these things is ridiculous. It's like 11-inch glide each side, just boom, boom. Even on a fast retrieve, it's going, and it's freaking versatile. I absolutely love it. I'm using it in salt and fresh. And then this is the baby version of it. This one, awesome. I love it because sometimes the big baits don't work. It's just what happens. And you know, using like big swim baits and stuff, you gotta have to have like a lot of patience. And sometimes I don't have that, and I end up throwing up smaller stuff on, and that's what gets the job done. But I do want to land a big bass on a huge bait, which Mark Mohan actually did. Did you just fart?
No.
She farted. So Mark Mohan actually did just land a huge 8.12 pound bass on the mother version of this. This is the Mini Omega. Mark Mohan, who has been on this channel a lot, he caught it on the Omega sized version. I think it's like 11 inches, and I can actually upload that video. I do believe I have it. And yeah, it was awesome. This is the miniature version of it. Same exact swim, same swim, just a smaller version of it. I have the two big ones, one's sinking, one's floating, and then I wanted to get the miniature version, which I think believe this is like 8-inch, including the tail. I believe so. And I like his herring pattern. His herring pattern is actually pretty flawless. And then I'm not entirely sure if I showed this yet. This is a wooden Limit Lures rat. I wanted it all black. I used a Ron Z eel tail for this because I highly recommend, if you guys have ever heard of Ron Z, he makes these like types of tails and stuff. You can use them for all kinds of things. I decided to use it on my rat swim baits because it has an action of its own. It's like an eel. It's like an eel tail, and it's freaking awesome. And I actually use an Al Gags one too. And I don't have that swim bait here with me right now. And then the other two, I've shown these before, the Limit Lures Gill. Now, this is the new model of the Limit Lures Gill. He's not making the older model anymore, hence why this is called the new model. Just the carvings and everything, which he does by hand. Like, yes, this is a mold, but he carves all the engravings in it. And on the older models, the scales were a lot bigger, but now on this one, they're a lot smaller and more defined. Like, look at that bait, dude. It's freaking perfect. And the action on this thing, oh man, I was using this today too. No luck, because I suck, but just the action on this thing alone is just freaking ridiculous. And I like how this thing up here, this back fin over here, creates a huge wake. And this thing just all over the place wobbles. It's beautiful. It's like one of the best wake baits I actually have. And I'm actually hoping to get out this weekend to use this bad Larry. Early morning, I want to actually try to go and catch some bass with this bad boy. It's always in the bag, always prepared with it. And then this is the baby version. And what the hell is that? Okay, yeah, so this is the baby version of the gill. Same exact thing, just the mini version. And then what else we got? Oh, this is actually a rat my buddy made. Yes, it looks like a Johnny rat. If you want to go and pay $180 for 2 pieces of wood with a couple of joints in it, or you can just have a buddy make it for you, I'm going to go with my buddy every single time. My buddy Tommy made this for me. I was throwing this one today too. Today was kind of like a tester day. Awesome. The knock on it's crazy, and the swim, and it's awesome to work it like a spook too. Work it like a spook, works great. And then you guys know of Mr. Scabelli's, the saltwater plug builder. Well, I got him to make me swim baits. I had him make me a 3-piece perch. Flawless. I actually have another one that I do believe I showed you guys before. But this is the newer, improved one. A lot of people like that, like buddies of mine, they're like, oh, that's spaced too far apart. I assure you, it is not. I actually have underwater footage of this looking up at the bait as it's swimming. Freaking awesome. Couldn't believe it. I'll be using this a lot too. And you probably can't get them. He only pretty much makes them for me and like a few other guys. I don't know why. And then last but not least, oh no, this isn't last. But this is the Matt's Lures rat. He does not make these anymore. I freaking wish he did, because like every time I throw it, I get scared I'm gonna lose it. It's like, you can make this thing dive, like the lip on it. At first I was like skeptical on like how big that lip is, because like I like wake baits. I don't want to get like $100 bait and I end up catching it on bottom. I'm gonna be pissed. I don't. That would suck, you know. But with this, if you slow retrieve it, it just perfectly wakes. And if you give it some, you know, a little faster, crank them down, this thing will dive perfectly too. Absolutely love it. Unfortunately, it does not make it anymore. Every time I throw it, I'm petrified I'm gonna lose it, but hopefully I can stick a good bass on this bad Larry. Now we're gonna go to the soft baits right over here. Another one from Matt's Lures is his shad. Hammer shad? Is it? I think it's called the hammer shad, I do believe. This is the big version of the hammer shad. Just like the freaking detail on this thing is insane. And it's just boom, 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 boom. I think it was like $40 or something like that. I ended up putting a treble hook in the back because I don't want to just have something here. You know, I like to have stuff just in case. They're just taking nips at it and I can still hook them. So that's the hammer shad. I think it's called the hammer shad. Jesus, I should have researched before I did this. But hammer shad, awesome, highly recommend. And then this is the baby version that he just came out with. The smaller version of it, awesome. Same thing, great. I actually added more lead to it, which I do believe I can actually get out if I actually try. I can see it. But in like a Savage Gear thing, yeah, right here. Like I think it's like a something Savage Gear. They always usually have these little lead things right here. I have a bunch of these because I do like Savage Gear a lot. I even have their swim bait rods too. I love their stuff, but I usually stick these in these types of baits right here. I like a faster sink. And then on to Savage Gear. Savage Gear came out with the Pulse Tail. This is a Savage Gear Pulse Tail. So it's kind of like the Huddleston. Huddlestons are expensive. Like, and honestly, I don't think they're being made as good anymore. I have some. I have the older versions, like, which are great, but like the new ones that I've been hearing about aren't great. The hooks are just completely breaking, and then these things they're just ripping. They're not making them as strong as they used to. So I ended up finding about this bait from MGC. MGC is a bait shop that's local to me. The owner is like Mike Sales and his wife. Great people, great shop, have all the swim baits I could possibly think of. And he started telling me about these, and I bought a few. I love them. I really do. I like to boil the tails too, because if you boil the tails on these things, it just gives it more action on a slower retrieve, I think. And I like how you can put like I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a rattle. You can put like a those little rattle things in there. Cause more noise. I haven't done it, but I am going to do it. And then this is just the smaller version of this. And this is Savage Gear Pulse Tails. Highly recommend them. They're freaking awesome. Yep, and like I said, I boil all the tails, make them a little looser. And pretty much, man, yeah. That is about it. Check out the jersey, dude. Toon Squad, Amazon, Tasmanian Devil, dude. Awesome. Going back to the 90s. I think it was in the 90s. Not sure. So, like, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And, yeah, keep on fishing in tight lines. Ooh, that was a thump. Got him. Oh, good bass. Good bass. Good bass. Good bass. Where you going, buddy? That's a nice little bass. Come here, buddy. Stop it. Yeah. Look at that. Thank you, Joe. That's your bait, buddy. Nice little bass. I'm happy. Let me get this out of there. Ooh, that was a good hook. Good hook. Ah.